Hello YouTube and welcome to my July update of my dividend portfolio. Top 10 this month, a couple of changes. It's Barclays, but I bought that today so I won't really talk about that until next month. Metaflat Platforms has rocked up in the top 10 and Rolls-Royce. Apart from that, it's not too much change. So a quick overview of the month. So the month sort of started as the last one finished, I suppose. Going in a little bit, dipped down a little bit. And I thought, following the trend that has been the last few months. So I thought I'd wait till like towards the end of the month where I thought it would then dip down a little bit more and then I'd buy, and then just gone in the middle of the month it rocketed. So I was like, which is really good. Got hit good returns, but I sort of thought missable windows for investing. I did invest a little bit, a couple of companies, just small bits of the ones that are down, but I haven't really invested this month. About £50 I think I put in. So good returns this month, sort of good recovery. So then just quickly going through the holdings. In case you're following along and you want to see, compare how you're doing. And we'll talk about the big movers, I suppose. Well, I only bought that today, I'm already down £4.5. Caterpillar's having an amazing time at the minute. Up again, look, we're at $288. That's quite a big jump this month. So when it started, it's been a month, sort of 240, and then up. So that's been a really good mover this month. What else has been good this month? Not too much really. There's a couple of big ones jumped out, and I'm trying to Meta being one of them. We'll have a look at that. So Meta's been jumping up over the month. You can see we're now at $315. We look at that over the year. You can see a massive rise. So for those of you following my channel, this time last year I was losing money on these, and now look at that recovery, up $200 from its low. So November last, gone up $200. Yeah, just over $200. It's really good. Apart from that, everything else is doing okay. Getting close to selling one as well now. We'll stop at that on the way past. Rolls-Royce is another good one. So over the month, sort of been trading at about 150 for a few months now, and then this month had a nice little jump. I'm up to about 180, so that's doing really well. How's Sergo doing? Because I really want to sell this one. Not doing great, if I'm honest. No, so I want to sell that one. So I need to recover a little bit so I get some profit out of it. Because I am cost averaging into it, but it is in my sell pile. And yeah, Tesla's doing okay. Not the looks if you look at it today though, but if you look over, it's still on the up. Still doing okay. This one, the one I brought by mistake, and it went down. I thought I'd try and cost hit into a profit and sell. I thought it'd only take me a little while, and it just keeps going down. It's sort of biting me in the bum a little bit, that one. But the one I want to talk about was Vornado Reality Trust. So I put this into my sale pile a few months back. So they've cut their dividend now, so it reinforces why I want to sell it. But in doing so, cut their dividend, share price is starting to climb. So as I'm cost averaging in that, hopefully before the end of the year, I'd like to sell this when I get to, if it can get to the $30 mark, I'd be quite happy to sell that at that point, but we'll see how it goes. But it is going back up, so it's really good. And the cost averaging is obviously, my line's coming down, so hopefully be in some profit soon, because I think at one point I was £53 down, and I'm only £7 down, so So big improvement there. And that's the quick overview of the portfolio. Let's move over to the dividends I got this month. So my AGE one, that went down a little bit. Not really surprised though, so but it's still over £1, so that's where I want it to be. Automatic data processing, that's doing okay. That's a little bit of an increase. So it was quite stale at the beginning of the year, so I'm quite happy with that. Card health powered out as well. Again, a small increase. Quite happy with that. Chubb doing okay. Coca-Cola paid out as well. Eco Labs, small increments there. Franklin Resource, again, small increments there, still doing okay. Gladstone Land, I am going to sell this one when I get it back into a profit. I thought all the research I did on it said this was going to grow over the next 3 to 5 years and the dividends should increase with it. But as you can see, I have my dividends are going up each month, but I buy into it every month and my share price is failing. So it's not doing what I want it to do. So, because when I go into like year 5 of this portfolio, I am going to start shrinking it down. Because I think one of the mistakes I've made with doing this, trying to get to this 50k, was I set myself too wide of a scope. So I wanted to do 100 companies and small amounts, but it's actually what I'm finding is my funds aren't growing and my dividends aren't growing as quick as I'd like them to because the amounts I'm putting in is so small. So I still want to invest the same amount each month. I just want to then decrease the number of companies, so I put a little bit more in. But that should work to balance it out. So that's what I'm sort of working towards over the next year or so. What I'm going to do. Anyway, back to this. Anyway, so GlaxoSmithKline paid out 51p. So that's on the good up and up where I want it to go. And Horizon, that was another one. Well, I wanted to get to £1 a month, which I've achieved, and the share price is doing quite well as well. Illinois Steelworks, so another dividend growth, a dividend growth company, that's doing okay. An ETF, one of the first ETFs that paid out 34 pence, sort of monthly payer one. Well, it pays out every 30 days, so that's why you see months without it, because some months I get 2 payments. Sainsbury's got my first dividend of the year from them at £2.32, which was really good. Kimberly Clark, that paid out 83 pence. So again, that's getting a lot more closer to the £1 a month for most shares now, which I'm really happy with. Getting into the position where I want to be. So LTC Properties, this is again what I'm trying to boost to £1 a month. So that paid out 57 pence. And the same with Main Street Capital. So that's pulling forward again. That's at 44 pence. So I had 2 payments in that month. So going in the right direction. Medtronics, it does okay, this company. It's kind of middle of the road. Share prices sometimes up, sometimes down. Dividends reasonable. I'm okay with it. PepsiCo, should I say, 68 pence. One of my favourite stocks actually, so really happy with that. Another ETF, it's a bond ETF. It's doing okay, and the other one, sister one, is also doing okay. But I will be getting rid of one of them. Well, I don't know. See how it goes. But again, what I'm thinking about slimming the portfolio down, one of them will go, I think. Prospect Capital, this is another one I boost up to £1 a month. It's doing okay, and it's actually seen I'm seeing a small increase instead of like the other two where have slightly dipped for the month, but this one's still seeing an increase. Reality Income paid out, so it's famous monthly dividend one. Paid out 39 pence. The share price is taking a bit of a hammering at the moment, so I made this month, if the stock market is sort of doing what it's doing, I might change my tack. Instead of putting in a pile, I might do what I did a little bit last month and invest in individual companies. This might be one of them. Put some money into it. Roper Technologies, great share price, small dividend growth, some small dividends, but again, it's a really good company. One I'm going to hold for the long term. Severn Trent paid out. £1.11. It's really good. Shell, yeah, that was a late dividend. I should have got that in June. I should have got that, but it ended up coming in July. Same with the previous one. I should have got that in March. Got it in April. But £2.63. So, Sims are making all this money. They're not. And everybody says, "Oh, the pass it to shareholders." They're not really, because I would have thought that'd have been more. But still, my favourite oil stock, and really pleased with that. Stag paid out at 32 pence, which is the same as last month, but still good, steady one. That one isn't. I like that one. T Rowe Price paid out 78 pence, which is a slight increase from last payment. So again, happy with that. And the renewable infrastructure, again, this is another. I bought quite a few energy type businesses, if you like, utilities, things that to do with power generation, green power generation actually. And this is one of them. So the share price is down a little bit at the moment, but the dividends is really strong. So again, I'm happy with that. And I bought this is one I bought 24 monthly select income. It's a risky one, but it was relatively cheap to get to £1 a month, and it's doing okay. Some of the Vanguard ETFs paid out this month as well. So the FTSE 100 one paid me 73 pence. My whole all world high dividend yield paid me out £1.43, which is good. Really pleased with that. Hopefully the last payment will be a big one on the year, but we'll wait and see. Emerging markets paid me out 38 pence. My S&P 500 one paid me out 46 pence. So all in all, doing okay. Actually, that beat no, just realised that beat that one. And the monthly one, the government. So there's government bonds, UK government bonds paid at 40p, and the US corporate bond one, including because I got two, because I messed it up. So these combined paid me out 63 pence, which is okay. But I still want to get rid of one of them. VICI Properties. This is the one, really good. Really happy with this one. 66 pence, so it's good, strong pay there. Like I say, this one's got its dividends, so I'm not expecting to see any more dividends from that this year. But hopefully I will be sold before the end of the year. And last of all, Whitestone REIT paid me out 21p, so that's a nice little one going. So it gave me a total of £26.61 for the month. So let's have a quick look at the ISA, how that compare. Say the ISA with the £55 I put, so £55 I put in this month. I got £26.54 interest, so just slightly behind. Oh no, slightly in front. Oh, so I beat the ISA again, which is really good. So now my balance on the ISA is just shy of £8,000, and my balance on my share account is 9,121, which is correct from the time of the end of the month. I know the last shots I was showing you what it is today. That's gone up a little bit. So yeah, really pleased. Let's go the monthly numbers then. So I put £55 in. So this year I'm now running at a profit, yay, of 6.67%. So I've been running at a loss up until this point, which is really good. So my yield is now up to 4.35%, which is good, getting close to that 5% target. Hopefully I should make it before the end of the year. And my capital growth this year now sits at a profit of £157 instead of a loss of, at one point I was over £300 of loss for the year. So really pleased. Yeah, so I'm about £1,000 up from the ISA, just over £1,000. So that's really good. So let's have a quick look at the charts for this month as they're looking. So first place is still BP, and then Shell, AG and C Investments, that's coming in there as a third place. Prospect Capital 4th, and Penning Group 5th. So the top 5 dividend payers still remain the same, still quite strong. So we'll set go. I'd like to see this 24 monthly select fund will come up real quickly, I think. Obviously, got to put a bit more money in that. But yeah, doing okay. So as a rolling month on month, slightly down on last month, but I'm still above that. I need to put a line on there really. So I need to hit my dividend targets for the year. I need to average £26 a month. Say 2 months I've actually beat the line, but I need to, because I've had these low months, I need to beat it by quite a bit. So September is normally a good dividend month, which is the end of the third quarter. I need some big payments in for the end of the year to make this to make that target. So looking on as over at the chart for the dividend life cycle. So this is where I started, and this is where I am today. So that's January 21, and now we're at July 23, and the green line's the exponential growth rate. So looking at that trend line, if you want to look at that, above it and below it, so I'm pretty much on it. So I'm really happy. Really happy where I am with that. So dividends are on course, going in the right direction. This chart's starting to take some form now. So this is total amount of dividends per year. So quick visual on there. This year, I'm nearly at the same amount of dividends I got last year in total. And we've still got what, August, September, October, November, December. Still got 5 months to go. I don't know why I use my fingers to count that up. So should be nice. Should be nice coming in there. So then let's have a look at the prediction. So as I was saying, so I've got a target dividend of £312, and I'm just about halfway with that. Just under halfway. So you hope we need a strong second half of the year to complete that. My capital growth should only sit at 200 quid. And I'm nearly there for that. Oh, wow. And my target fund is 10,000, just over 10,000. So we'll see what we go at the end of the year with that. So in terms of making 50k, still looking at around 13 years. But that changes depending on how the stock market does at the time. So all in all, on course. And that's it for this month. So if you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to help my channel grow. Alright, thanks guys, see you next month.